Welcome to the season finale of the Mike and Mike podcast. I'm Mike Costantino.
Mike Antonio.
Well, Mike, the season's over.
It was all over. Yeah, another year down.
Unbelievable. Who won the championship this year?
Moorestown. Moorestown Quakers.
Wow.
Won the Tier 1 championship.
A bit of an upset, you think, or?
No, because that whole division was basically, I felt they were even. I thought they were pretty much evenly matched. I mean,
right.
Township came in the fourth, but they were beating teams and they were right up with them the whole way through. You know, they ended up going to the semi against Cherokee, and it was a good game, and just couldn't pull it off. But,
yeah, Cherokee. Yeah, I thought Cherokee would repeat. They definitely had some, the top line, With,
yeah, definitely. Cherokee definitely had a great team this year.
Moorestown played great defense in the finals,
right.
Shut them out, right. Which was amazing. And then we went on to the Flyers Cup.
Yeah, that was great.
Which
Flyers Cup was definitely went different than what I picked. I picked.
You did.
Township to go to the finals in that.
You picked Township to win, as I recall, and I think it was on tape.
Yes, I picked them to go to the finals.
Yes.
Okay, to win, if that's what you want to say. Okay.
No, you said it.
No, I did say that. I said to go to the finals.
I picked Cherokee. We were both wrong.
We were both wrong.
Thankfully, we did have a South Jersey team win. Your old team, I don't know if you remember them, the Eastern Vikings.
Of course I remember Eastern.
I know you used to coach with them. Now you're with Cherokee.
Yes, well, with Cherokee's JV team, yep. With Cherokee's organization.
It was amazing.
But you got to realize, I'm there in Flyers Cup to represent the league.
I was there with you.
Not one individual team. you're
I'm not trying to start any trouble. Don't be. Come on, it's a bum rap. But I'll tell you, Eastern, very impressive.
Yes.
Won 7-2. It wasn't even close.
Well,
they dominated the whole game.
And what surprised me, this Delaware team all year long, they won their Delaware Cup. And the goalies is unbelievable for this team. They only let like 1-2 goals in their high school championship. Then he comes to Flyers Cup, does the same thing, and then Eastern goes out there.
You were high on him. I remember.
And he was good, as stats showed. And Eastern comes out and just totally.
They smoked them.
Ripped them apart.
I mean,
7-2.
7-2. When I looked at the roster of the Vikings, they have 9 freshmen on that team.
The team's going to be strong.
That team is going to be good. I'm sorry, 10 freshmen, including the goalie. The goalie was a freshman.
Yeah, they're going to be a team to be record with in the future.
They only graduate 5 seniors.
All right.
So next year they got 17 returning players.
Right.
Next year. So
I still think the division is going to be pretty tough. I think Eastern's going to be stepping up, getting better. I think Township's going to be a better team, and Cherokee loses a lot, but I still think they're going to be a competitive team. I really believe in them. I think they're going to be a competitive team.
They do lose a lot. Yeah,
Moorestown's always competitive. Every year, Moorestown's right there with the best of them.
Moorestown, they don't have the big names, but they play a good system. They play good defense. Matter of fact, we have one of the coaches in the house tonight who'll be joining us next, Jeff Spoor. But the Vikings and, Chris Zapata, who turned out to be the MVP.
Yeah, Chris played very well.
He played great. He got the game-winning goals in the first 2 games.
Right.
And got the MVP. Connor Riley had a big last game. He had a hat trick.
He had a good series,
He had a good series. He led the tournament in scoring. The Vikings are going to be tough next year. I think they're going to be one of the teams.
Connor's one of the big players for the team. He graduates, but he's got his little brother coming up.
His little brother has told me that he thinks he's better than Connor. So we'll see. We'll see if that happens.
He's got to prove himself.
He's got to prove himself. All right, so why don't we step aside. When we come back, one of the coaches, Jeff Spoor from Moorestown, will join us right after these words.
Hi, I'm back again. Trying to help sell the collages, March Madness is upon us. And we are having a special, so go to SJIceHockey and order your collage. And mention Megan sent you. That's me. You still have time. Hopefully next season, Mike and Mike will pay me.
What? That's all right, we'll pay her. Why not? We're back here with Jeff Spoor from Moorestown High School, an assistant coach. Jeff, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I've been involved with ice hockey for about I can't believe it's this long, but about 25, 30 years now, and I played my entire life. I played through high school and college, and decided to coach after I was finished with college, and ended up coaching, a couple club programs, and now this is my second year with the Moorestown varsity ice hockey team.
Great. So actually, you guys won the championship this year.
Yes, we did.
We did mention that earlier. Congratulations on that.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, it was a good year.
So winning the title this year, I'm sure, was a thrill. Any special memories from when you played? You played RV, right?
I did. I played at Rincocas Valley.
Were you number 45 or 40?
I was number 45. That's right.
Pretty good with numbers.
Yeah, I was a varsity player for all 4 years, and I had a lot of great memories with that program, and especially my senior year, we made it to the winners bracket final where we lost to Eastern 5-0. That was, yeah, a loaded team with Danny Myers and Joey Johnson, a lot of really Anthony Orner. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. A lot of really good players on that team, and we went to the losers bracket. I was hoping to get another crack at them, but we ended up losing to Cherokee that year. So, but that was a very good run we had that year.
Yeah, that was a tough, probably Mike's best team, right? I would say
that team, they were loaded.
That was one of my those kids were Warner and Tunstall and Sullivan.
Yeah.
So compared to when you played, how do the players today differ compared to when you played versus?
To be honest with you, I think there's a major difference, especially with the players that play club teams and their high school teams, in the way that they're playing all year round.
Right.
When I played, I mean, we were playing a little bit in summer leagues, but it would maybe be once or twice a week, and we would take time off to maybe go play baseball or another sport or something like that. These guys are playing on, summer travel teams, summer tournament teams, AAA leagues, and their club season starts in August now. Ours wouldn't start until September, October, and we'd play through.
When I look back, I see so many more powerhouse players versus today. It just seems like it's weeded out versus today than it was then.
Yeah.
I mean, on our team alone, you named all those players. How many teams have that today?
Yeah, you're right. It's tough. It's tough to get a team together like that.
I think you're right. It's club hockey.
Yeah.
Club hockey kind of spread out more, and it's a lot more involved, and some kids aren't playing high school.
You're right. You're absolutely right. Yeah, some of the guys who make commitments, and some of them even have to leave to go somewhere else to play, so they're not as committed to their high school teams as they would be to their club teams.
Right.
Did you play anywhere else besides RV?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I played for the Jaguars my entire life, except for one season, AA major. I went and played for the Chiefs my junior year, the Mercer Chiefs. And then I came back and played for the Jaguars and made a run at the national championship that year.
Chiefs was a good organization.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, didn't Joey Johnson play up
He
there?
did. Yes, he did.
Right.
So now let's make you president. You're president for one day of the league, and you could make any changes to the rules. Forget Bontonio. Forget Bontonio. He's not here. You're in charge.
Okay.
What's one thing you would change?
Something that it's funny that you bring this up, because I was talking to my other assistant coaches about this before the final, Wade Sander and Mike Weaver. I would like to see a playoff tournament bracket, kind of where you include all the teams from whether it's Tier 1, Tier 2, or Tier 3, and you kind of fight it out to see who comes out as the top dog in that kind of bracket style tournament. It's great having the Tier 1 with Township, Cherokee, Moorestown, and Eastern, but we see enough of each other in the regular season. It might be good to see us playing some of the other teams from the other tiers throughout the playoffs.
But don't you think that takes, doesn't you think that takes away from teams like you, Cherokee and Eastern, when you're pure and you draw from your school, then you play those other teams that draw from 3, 4, sometimes 5 schools, and then you lose to them and they win the whole. See, in other words, say if you had a tournament, you played them, and say, well, you used Cherry Hill East, who won that. Cherry Hill East beat you guys. So now that it goes around, everybody goes, Cherry Hill East is the top team. They beat Moorestown.
Right.
But nobody understands why.
You're pure. I don't buy that. I mean, I know that other Tier 1 guys have said that, but I think, we've talked about a tournament of champions, but I don't think it'll get voted on. But I agree with you. I like to see the best play the best, or other people have said. But
how can you say the best plays the best when you got a school that's pure and then you're impure? You think that's fair that you get to draw from 4 or 5 different schools compared to a school that draws 1? You think that's fair?
Do you think Cherry Hill East could have competed? I'll use them as an example at the Tier 1 level this year, or even last year. They won it 3 years in a row at their level.
You're right, and I only saw them play a handful of games this year, but to be honest, I think they might have been, a 500 team in the Tier 1 division, I think, and I know a couple of players who were on that team, and they have some very skilled players.
Right.
And I absolutely understand what you're saying. There's going to be teams that are drawn from all over the place. The team that I played on, Cocos Valley, is now Holy Lenape Valley, 3 different sending districts. You got to understand how that works.
That organization is trying to work to try to, they have most of it split between Lenape and RV. They're trying to see if they can split off one of them to be pure.
I would love to see that. I would love to see every single high school be able to field their own team. I think maybe some of the kids get a little disinterested if they jump on a team and they don't have any hockey playing experience and they get it put into a losing environment and then they just don't want to play. Right. So what we really have in the South Jersey League now is kids who have hockey experience and they need places to play, so we have to put them on these teams.
What we did was, Jeff, we were down to 4 pure teams and it wasn't getting any better, and we're having the crossover. So what we did was we eliminated crossover games. So now we went up to 10 pure teams. We tried to force the hand of the impure teams. So what we did was, a lot of the impure teams did not want to play Tier 1. So guess what we'll do? We'll do Tier 1A and Tier 1B. So if you're not strong enough, at least you'll have something to play for until you become strong. Kingsway is a pure example.
Sure. So and Shawnee, right? Don't they have a pure team as well? Yes.
Shawnee's another one.
So there's maybe the answer isn't to put every team in one bracket, but maybe we can put the pure teams in one bracket.
We'll always have the impure. There's no questions about that.
You can't get around
the
it.
Sure teams that there's no way. Like I have to give hats off to Egg Harbor.
Sure.
I mean, they're a pure team. I
they
give
are.
them credit, but some of those teams in there struggle for players. It's tough.
Well, just like when Kingsway came into the league, they were 0-20.
Right.
But they stuck with it to build the program, and now
exactly right.
They're pretty successful.
Right.
All right, your turn. Here you go.
What's your aspirations of being a head coach?
That's a question I've been asked many times over the past 7 or 8 years since I've been coaching.
What's your philosophy a bit different than your dad?
As many of you know, my dad is the head coach.
Not many people are going to see this.
So I think I would run a little bit different, but not too different from the way he runs. I think he runs a tight ship, and I think a lot of his players really respect him for it. So I was raised playing for him, and it did really well for me, and I see the way that it did well for a lot of his former players. So I would probably run the ship about the same, maybe a little bit looser, but we'll see how that goes out.
What's one thing you would, if you were in charge, do different?
Well, I love that we show up wearing shirts and ties. I think that's something that every high school team should do, and I always think that it's more frightening when you walk into an arena and you see another team wearing a shirt and tie. It tells me they mean business.
They're very disciplined.
A disciplined team.
Organization.
Yeah. So we have a lot of discipline on our team.
Organization, Moorestown, always, and I see that. And I always see that's disciplined organization. So his township does the same thing.
What I mean by being a little less tight on is I think he's very stern, which works for him. It's his personality. I think mine's a little bit more loose.
Right.
So when the players have stuff they want to bounce off of, I think they feel a little more comfortable talking to me about it. But they have no reservations about going up and talking to him about it. And I think that's why me and him work so well as a head coach and an assistant coach team, because we both have two different styles. And to get back to your original question, I think down the road eventually I will want to take over a team and be a head coach. I've been offered a couple actually to head coach a team, but I don't think it's in the near future. I'd like to stick with Moorestown and work with my dad for a couple more years.
Well, who's offered you head coach?
Club teams have offered me. I don't want to say exactly who, but I've been offered a couple club team head coaching jobs. Jaguars and Flyers youth. Yeah.
Right. Well, I think that your dad's style is defense first, because Moorestown historically doesn't have any stars or snipers, as they say. It's a well-balanced system. They defense first, and you win a lot of 2-1, 1-0 games. And there's something to be said to that, especially this year.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's a style of play that you really have to have all the players buy into play, and I can't say enough of how much I appreciate our players really buying into our systems. And it's really a puck possession system. I mean, it is a good defense. We want to play good defense, but we want the puck. We don't play dump and chase. We play a lot of regroup hockey, hold on to the puck and look for someone to spring. And then that's how we create a couple of odd-man rushes going the other way and looking to put some pucks in the net.
All right, finally, we usually do a couple of fluff questions that we ask. I don't know if you heard about those, but if you were stranded on a desert island with somebody, it's going to be for a month, Who would you pick?
Oh, well,
Present company excluded.
I have to pick my girlfriend, Laura White. She says, and you know why? I would have to say her is because she's a lot more resourceful than I am. So she would be the one, you know, who's able to, you know, build shelter.
John,
You know.
Jonathan Bilge? Laura, I'm shocked. What's one habit that Laura has that you would like to change?
What's one habit Laura has? Oh, God, you.
Oh, my goodness.
You probably won't see this.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's not like she's listening in the other room or anything like that. No, you know,
among friends, just one thing you would, you know.
we get along so well, you know. No, we do. But there's something.
There's about 10 habits.
There is something that, you know, I honestly would change in both of us. We are both late to everything, and that is the God's honest truth. I was 15 minutes late getting here, so.
Well, you said it was traffic.
It was traffic, but you know, I also left work 15 minutes late to get out here, so it's we both are very habitually late, and I think that's something that we both want to work on a little bit.
I like to hear your habits.
Yeah.
But the present company's here. We want to hear your habits.
This is about Jeff. This is changing the subject. All right, so if you're in a lifeboat and you have one life jacket to throw to somebody, and Laura's drowning, and Coach Spoor is drowning.
Oh man!
Who do you throw to life preserver to?
Do I have one on myself?
You're already in the boat.
I'm already in the boat. Oh boy. Well, Laura, Daryl's a very strong swimmer. I don't know how Laura is with swimming. I'd probably throw her the jacket and then I'd jump in the water and try and save my dad.
Good answer. All right, Mike. Yeah, I like that answer. All right, and finally, if they were to make a movie about you, who would you like to see play yourself?
Zac Efron. I would like to see Zac Efron play me. I think he's a great actor, and we're about the same size. I might be a little better looking than he is, but
you have abs like Zac?
Once upon a time. Too many of these.
Well, we appreciate you coming in.
Hey, thank you for having me. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot, guys. Thank you.
We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. We're here with Laura White, one of the referees in our South Jersey League. Welcome, Laura. Thanks for stopping in.
No problem. How are you?
So why don't you tell everybody about yourself?
Well, I grew up playing ice hockey out of Pennsauken, and then I went away to college at Robert Morris out in Pittsburgh and played Division I out there. And then after that, I got into officiating through my brother after, you know, a couple years of pushing. So ever since then, it's just been all travel for officiating. And
you just came back from Russia, right?
yes, I had World Universities in Krasnoyarsk, Siberia.
How was that trip?
Long.
You were also in Italy too, weren't you?
Last year was Italy, and the year before was Taipei.
Okay, right.
How do you get selected for these assignments?
Well, throughout officiating, I've had a few different mentors, both in the, when I started in the Southeast District when I lived down in Virginia, and then I moved back up to New Jersey in the Atlantic District. And there's development program camps that you can go to, which start from, the names have kind of changed over the years, but it's, you can go through your district camp and then go to select camp, elite camp, and then you have to be selected to, you have to apply and then be selected for an international license.
Okay.
Well, congratulations.
That's a pretty high honor.
Thank you.
A lot of people don't notice, but you actually played in the South Jersey League way back for Collingswood. You and your brother played on the same
Who was a
team.
better player?
I remember when Laura played. She was tough, and she didn't take crap off the boys. I'm telling you. And even the boys tried to knock it. I remember those days. Tell us about your Collingswood days when you played.
Well,
Did you enjoy it back then? Did you have fun with the team, or?
I loved it. At that point, I was playing on 6 different teams.
So you were actually playing club too.
Yep.
Who were you playing for in club back?
I played. It was Thunderbirds into Junior Phantoms.
Thunderbirds.
Yeah.
Right. It's going back.
So who's your favorite partner to work with? Besides your brother, I know John's a good guy to work with. Who's the one you enjoy the most when you're in the locker room and say, oh, good, I'm working with tonight?
Well, there's quite a few different crews, but I know someone who's helped me a lot around here. I guess we'll go with McCall is always a good face to see. He's always connected with everybody and
Right.
always a learning opportunity. Well, I like working with Bob.
Well, he's the assigner, so he doesn't do as many games anymore.
No, he prefers to dole them out. And, yeah.
Right. Exactly.
What about your worst memory on the ice as far as being a ref?
Well, there are some games that completely get out of hand, and of course, everyone wants to blame the officials for every little thing.
That's the easy way out. Yeah.
Right. So there's games that you just get people that just don't understand how things are supposed to go, understand the rules or respect of the game at all. But there's also games that kind of bring you back from there that keep you going.
You also referee in the NJSA.
I'm actually my legs kind of blend together. Yes, I do.
Yeah. That league as well.
Yeah.
How's that high school league versus the South Jersey high school league?
You can definitely tell a different pace throughout the players, and you can tell a different skill set as far as even just flow of teams. Like you spoke on earlier with the discipline of teams, you can tell who has worked together, who has systems, and kind of you see the teams that have practice a plan.
Less abusive with the officials at that level because they're sanctioned by the schools, you think?
It's zero tolerance. It's you're able to. You should be able to, maintain the zero tolerance policy throughout any league, but that one they kind of self-police themselves.
That's the big thing.
Because
we don't
they
have that. That's the problem.
Yeah, they have the fear of the consequence where there's actually something that could happen in the outside world. So.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. They get suspended. Whereas with us, unless it's fighting, that's the only time they really can get suspended from the games.
Right. And their school follows up and maintains
something happens.
Right.
All right, so we got a couple fluff questions we'll ask you since we put Jeff. If there was one thing about Jeff that you could change, what would that be? One habit. He was pretty easy on you. I think it's your
I was waiting to see where he was going to go with that one. Well, we're going to go with a mutual one as well then. It would be the stubbornness. When we butt heads because we are both very stubborn and we both want to make our point.
And I'm assuming he usually concedes and gives in to you. That would be my guess. Well, he's a smart guy because I would be.
Usually because I'm right. So.
Yeah, well, I'm Mr. Right. My wife is Mrs. Always Right. So that's probably. So if you're in a boat and you only have one life preserver, and it's your brother John needs it, or Jeff, who are you throwing a preserver to?
Well, John will probably float. So. We'll throw John the preserver, and I think Jeff can survive with swimming. I think he'll maintain the water a little bit.
I don't know if you saw, but he did respond that he would throw you the preserver. What, didn't he say that? And let his dad drown?
Yes.
Didn't he say that?
He's going to jump.
The difference is John's bigger.
Wow.
I didn't mean it that way.
Yes, you did. That was him, John. That wasn't me. Come on. And if somebody was going to play you in a movie, who would you like to see play your life story?
Ooh. Oh, I don't know. I don't have I'm not really big on. Jennifer Lawrence. We'll go with her.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah.
I like it. It's a little bit more of that.
She's got a little sass to her.
She does. So if you weren't playing hockey, what other sport would you play?
Well, I grew up playing both ice and field. Oh, yeah.
Field hockey.
Yeah, so field hockey as well and softball.
Okay.
I would think if you played for college.
Yep.
Right.
My granddaughter plays field hockey, so maybe you can give her some pointers. All right, well, we appreciate you coming in.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
We'll step aside and we'll be right back. And we're back, sitting here with two Riverfront Raiders, Austin Wilk and Mr. Cantwell, Sean Cantwell. Welcome, boys. Thanks for coming.
Welcome. All right, guys, we'll start with you. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Started playing street hockey probably back in 3rd grade, and then I started playing Burlington Township roller hockey. I think I started 4th grade, and then it was weird. Everyone just started playing ice hockey around me. So me and my dad, we were watching Olympics. We watched Patrick Kane, and we were like, I think I should start
Like
this.
you ended up playing ice hockey.
And when was it? 6th or 7th grade? I think there was like 4 or 5 of us that just started playing. And I played for the Senators in Bristol.
Right.
We first walked on their Bantam B team, and then we played for their 16A and then 16AA.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And how about you, Austin?
Yeah, I started playing street hockey, like Sean said. Then eventually started playing roller hockey. And in about 6th grade, we played for the Raiders middle school team.
Right.
And I believe it was our 8th grade year. We went on to Bantam B, started playing travel, and played 2 years Bantam B. Then
With the Bristol Blazers?
or the Grundy Senators.
Grundy Center, okay.
And then played Bantam B. Then moved on to 16AA and
Right.
Senators, and then switched to Jags for Michael Glick's national team.
Sure. Oh, you played for Michael?
I played last year for him.
Okay. All right. We know Michael very well.
Yes, we do. So you guys have played together a lot, it sounds like, for a long time.
6 years now, at least.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what's your plans now once you graduate?
Go to college.
Good answer. Your mom will love that answer.
Yeah.
Any particular school you're looking at?
I'm undecided, but I've gotten accepted in Penn State,
Really? Good for you.
Yes. Rowan. So those are pretty much my top 3 schools.
Top
I'm
3?
looking at.
Which one you leaning towards?
Probably Rowan.
Rowan's closer.
Yeah.
How about you, Sean?
I'm probably going to go to RCBC and
Okay.
major in criminal justice. I'm going to become a cop. So.
Okay.
Good for you.
That's a good. How about, have you decided on a field besides professional hockey player?
Sociology, I'm going to major in
Okay.
and get my minor in fire science. And then I want to become a state trooper is my ultimate goal.
Wow.
Oh, so you guys
Great.
want to work in law enforcement?
Yeah.
Good for you guys.
That's awesome.
Choose one. All right, let's go back to the high school. Tell me, start with you, Sean, the high school highlights. Or Austin, I'm sorry.
My most memorable thing is, besides the championship,
Right.
2 years ago, is going to be the alumni game. We've been trying to have it every year. Last year was really special because we had people who already graduated with the varsity team, and
Right.
we include some of the JV teams, but we had a couple kids on our team that have diabetes and stuff, so we raised a whole bunch of money, played for them,
Good. Oh, nice.
and donated it. So it's a big event, an all-day event, which we all have a lot of fun with.
Oh, great,
Awesome.
great. And now,
Probably when we won the championship my sophomore year. And just being around everyone, just having good friends and having good coaching. So,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, your Riverfront team impressed me a lot this year. I mean, I know you guys didn't finish well, but you guys played the games with discipline. You just went out there, played, you guys had fun. And you know how teams can get when they lose, and you guys did not do that. Your coaching with your team, I consider one of the best. I think you guys are great guys over there. Really good guys you have. So.
Speaking of coaching, is there a coach or a person that was the most influential in your life, in your hockey life?
Probably Jason Ciarlante, the HLB coach.
Okay.
He coached me a lot during street hockey, roller hockey, and some of the Grundy Senators. Or my high school coach, Len Taylor. That's probably another big coach.
Okay.
How about you, Austin?
Probably either Len Taylor or Mike Glick, because Len,
Lick again?
he's
I hope he doesn't see this. Go ahead.
Len came from where do you live in Nashville?
Yeah, Montana, then Nashville.
Yeah.
Right.
And he coached his son all the ways through. He has a lot of background with the game,
Right.
and he knows what should be done. And Glick, because he's always pushing us to extra lap, always wants us to do better. He's always there to improve your game.
Right. If you don't take no crap,
Nope.
he's strict coach.
That's how both of them are. Very
Right.
strict.
If you guys didn't play ice hockey, what other sport would you guys play?
Probably baseball or soccer. Because I played soccer for 8 years. I
Right.
played soccer for a while. Just baseball.
If you have
Probably baseball.
baseball.
Yeah, baseball or basketball.
Yeah, tall. You seem tall enough to play. You didn't play basketball at all?
I started off playing, but I
No shot? And then no jumper?
not really.
That's okay.
Mom, on the other hand, she played for Penn State.
Really?
Yeah, she's really good.
Your mom did?
Mhm.
See, that would have been a good question if we had Jen on here. Tell us
Yes,
something about yourself
yes.
we don't know. That's interesting, really.
So they'll follow up to that. We do ask a couple fluff questions. If you could be somebody famous for one day, who would you pick?
If I could be someone, probably Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler. Yeah. He's funny. He's a funny
That's a
dude.
good one.
That's a good one.
That's a good
How
one.
about you, Sean?
Probably definitely Will Ferrell.
Will
Will Ferrell, another
Yeah.
comedian. I like that. Yeah, he is kind of wacky. Tell us something about yourself that would surprise us.
I'm a volunteer firefighter.
Okay.
Yeah,
Great.
Township.
Okay, good for you.
How about you, Sean?
Surprise you guys.
Surprise us. We got a top firefighter. Come on.
I work at Wawa. I run lefty.
That's not a surprise. Come on.
A surprise you guys. I don't know.
Well, do you have any superstitions before you play? Like you eat the same thing?
Yeah, I actually eat Wawa before every game. The same buffalo
There's
chicken
Wawa
strips. Buffalo chicken strips.
Okay.
There you go.
So if you were stranded on a desert island with one person for a month, who would you pick?
Definitely my dad.
Your dad?
Mhm.
Why, because he would do all the work.
Nah, me and him think very much alike,
Okay.
and he's very resourceful. And when it gets down to business, he's always there pointing you in the right direction.
Nice. That's a good answer. How
I
about you?
stole mine. I was going to say my dad too, because
Well,
he's
you
a
weren't going to say
handyman.
his dad.
No, no.
You would say your dad.
Yeah, my
Okay, that's
dad,
okay.
yeah.
You could say your dad.
Yeah, because he's always a handyman. He does
Right.
stuff around the house.
So he would build the fires and
Yeah, I mean, I would help him. But
Yeah. That's a good answer.
It's a common question, and all the hockey players we interviewed all year say basically the same thing.
a lot of them said to
Mike was expecting the
Yeah, if I'm going to be on a set,
star or something.
I'm going to pick like Jennifer Aniston
Yeah.
or something like that. I'm not going to pick a relative. Certainly not going to pick my wife. I'll see her, the rest of the year. It's for that 1 month. All right. Well, we appreciate you guys coming in. Thanks for stopping.
Thanks a lot.
Appreciate
Thanks a
it.
lot.
Take a break and come right back.
We're back here with Mary Lou Maloney, happens to be our secretary of our league and also who schedules the scores for the league. She has a
Thank you.
big job with our league.
He has
Mary,
a couple jobs.
yeah, I said that. The secretary and does the scoring. I mean, the scorekeeping, assigners, and sometimes the scorekeeping. And let's not forget, you're in with a gate as well.
That's right.
So I got that.
Yeah, I want to make sure she gets all the credit.
Why?
Okay, so tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I was born and raised in Berlin, New Jersey. I'm one of 9 children. My mother got me interested in hockey. She played hockey up in Canada growing up, and my father used to build us a ice rink out in the backyard, so we were playing hockey all the time. And then I got involved with the Berlin Township Athletic Association and started a roller hockey league there with a couple of other people, and just started coaching, refereeing, and
So you ref games too?
I ref roller hockey games, yeah.
Wow.
So,
You have to do those games on rollerblades or no?
no, the referees didn't have to do them on rollerblades, but the kids played on rollerblades when my son started playing roller hockey when he was 5.
Right.
And you're a librarian?
I'm a librarian. I work for Winslow Township Schools.
That's a tough job.
Yes, it is. 33 years.
33 years?
hmm
So what's the most rewarding part of, being involved in hockey?
I just enjoy the camaraderie and getting to meet new people, enjoying watching the games. Met a lot of good people and built a lot of friendships through hockey, and it's a family.
Right.
And
It is. I mean,
it keeps
it's close-knit.
It is. It's a very close-knit family, and just to watch the guys grow up. Well, I've watched a lot of the kids this past year like Connor Riley. From the time they were playing middle school, I've watched them all grow up. This is the last group that came out.
Next question. Since you started with us, who would you say would be the top 3 players that you saw come through the system that you?
Oh boy,
There's a lot of them. I know it's tough.
I'm trying to remember. You know,
Kids
it's
that
been
you saw come through.
about 10 years. But this past year, I would have to say Connor.
All right, you watched him when he.
Ambrose. I've watched Ambrose.
Right?
2 really good players.
Trying to think who else was the other one.
Was Frankenfield or the best?
No, none. I would have to go back a couple years and go back to a Shawnee player, the 3 brothers.
What about Eric Saylor?
Yes, Eric
Oh
Saylor, and even
remember.
Steven Saylor. Steven was.
You remember when Eric Saylor used to come into the
He used to
at Hollydale? He would come into the scorer's box,
Right.
and he was probably 7,
Right.
Yeah.
maybe even 6.
That's
You
good.
watched him come through the system and
Watching him trying to sneak into the games when his brother was playing, and oh, please, please, please.
You are good at that game.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, Mike. No one gets past Mary Lou.
I try my best.
She will chase you down.
No, I'm not as bad as other people, but
I've seen you chase people down. You're good at it.
I just, you know what though, it's because it's for the league,
Yeah.
and you know people just don't realize that money is not for me or
Right.
for anybody.
Or
It's to help. It's to help pay for. It's to help pay for the.
Yeah, it is cruise fund. Now, come on.
No, it's not for the cruise fund. It pays. You said it.
Edit that out. Please.
It helps pay for the police officers that come
Right,
in the door to help keep order
You
in.
got it right. It does not all goes. Majority of it goes to the police officers. But what happened was it goes to offsetting costs and sometimes towards trophies.
Yeah, it goes to trophies, and then it also
And then
whatever.
If there's anything left over,
Gets
it
refunded.
and goes back to the team.
Yep.
That's our Dave handles all that with her.
Right. No.
All right, so you're president for 1 day. of
Oh
the
my
league,
gosh.
And you can make one change to the league or to whatever, one adjust, whatever you want. What would you change?
That's a tough question.
We only ask tough questions here.
Yeah, but one thing that I would change.
Don't forget Pontonio.
No, I'm trying.
Oh, she agreed with everything.
That's not good. No.
No,
Well,
it's.
you've heard other people say they like to see crossover games with Tier 1 and Tier 2. We've heard Tournament of Champions.
One thing that I would like to see is people be more honest with when they're doing their rostering,
Oh yeah.
because
that's
the
a
same,
good point.
you know, this is not. It's not for us.
Top list is what you're saying, right?
Yeah, it's not. It's not for us. It's for the kids who are playing the game. It's to be fair to them and to make sure that each team is rated equally. You know, when we have. There's a lot of people out there, we saw it with the JVA and JVB this year, that surprises came up that teams should have really looked at their caliber of kids and put them in the right position at the begin with, instead of developing chaos throughout the season.
Right.
All right, you're out.
Deal.
New president. You're out.
Dealing with all the teams in the league, who is your least favorite?
I plead the fifth for the grounds. It's
Don't
going
want to see that. Don't
Say that.
Well, I'm going to say over the 10 years that I've been a part of the league,
Right.
the most difficult as far as paper-wise and things, but it wasn't totally their fault. I had problems with.
Hold on, man. We better not say it.
No, because Jeff's here, so I'm going to say because Jeff's here. Jeff's here. It was Moorestown one year because they were all new. They didn't know what they were doing, so I helped them through it. Once you help them through and you help guide them through it, what needs to be done, and it's not just them. I helped St. Joe's through it when they got all new recruits. It's not even a matter of one team in particular is when a new crew of people come on board, and they don't know what they're doing, and they're afraid to ask questions.
Right.
And you're trying to help them through the process.
Well, let's rephrase the question. Who's your favorite team that you've been dealing with over the years? Who's the one that really you feel that you had the most easiest time to deal with?
Riverfront.
Riverfront?
Jen has a well-ordered.
Jen's been great.
She is a well-oiled
well-oiled
machine.
machine.
Yeah,
She is
she's very
good.
organized,
Nice job.
and she really knows how to follow what is
does the right
expected.
thing all the
She
time.
follows the rules of the league, and she goes by it. But yeah, people improve over time, and once you get, it's just a shame that people just change every 4 years or
You
so.
change your organization and have to
Right.
get different people to come in that don't understand, you know, years and years of stuff that we put through. So
All right, so in conclusion, then, we ask a couple fluff questions.
Fluff questions.
We try and mix them up a little bit. What is a dream job? If you could pick a job, a dream job that you would love to have, what would that be?
To be retired.
To be a retiree?
Or be a retiree. I'm getting there. No, my dream job, I don't know. I never.
president of the league.
No, I don't want to be president of the league.
That ain't a dream.
I don't.
It's a nightmare. I mean,
Retired, I would take.
I would like to be. I would be a world traveler. So retire. Yeah, I'd like to be a world traveler.
World
I
travel.
don't know if that's a job. That's more.
Well, you know what? You can get paid to do those things to help.
Tell us something about yourself that would surprise us.
I don't know.
You're Canadian.
No, I'm part Canadian. Yeah.
Canadian.
Do you have dual citizen?
I could get it, but no, I do not. Well, my father says you're an American. You're an American. That my parents, my father was in a wheelchair from the time I was 13 years old, so I had to help my mother take care of him. He was totally disabled, and I just have that caring nature about
Right.
myself that I love to help take care of people.
And finally, who was your favorite referee?
My favorite referee would be Laura White.
Laura White. She was here earlier. Oh, good answer. Did she pay you to say that?
No, she did not.
Okay.
I just admire her. She is very courageous on the ice. She stands her ground when people are trying to manipulate her. She's a rule follower. She follows what's expected of her to do a job, and she doesn't take any.
Right. So you don't like John at all?
I love John.
Oh, okay.
Love John.
Just checking.
Love John, but
No,
Laura's an exceptional referee, and
Good job.
and just to following her career, she's an amazing person.
Yes.
She's an amazing person.
Well, we appreciate you coming in,
Thank
Mary
you.
Lou.
Wait.
Second, I'm going to wait a minute.
Oh.
I'm going to ask you the same question as if you were on a lifeboat and one preserve. Who would you throw at them, Mike Constantino or gate collector Sue Rudley?
Pay no attention.
Sue and I have a very close relationship. We are best friends. And Mike, you are one of my dearest friends. I'd probably cut it in half and give you each a half.
Well, I appreciate that. And I would probably push you under it. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. And we're back. Wow, that was a pretty action-packed last episode, Mike.
That was good.
Thank our guests that we had tonight.
Yeah, we had great guests tonight. Thank Jeff Spoor, Laura White, Sean and Austin from Riverfront,
Mary Lou.
and Mary Lou with
For stopping in.
Lake for stopping in.
Well, this is our last one for the season.
Yep.
Want to thank Otts for hosting us. Art Red, who never takes any credit. He's behind the camera.
Behind the camera there.
He does a nice job. Thank you, Art. Appreciate your efforts. So the
I
next,
just want to wish everybody in the league have a great summer, and I'm looking forward to seeing the teams back next year for a whole new year.
any new teams coming in next year?
We don't know yet. There's
Okay.
some that are applying more or less at the lower levels. I'm not sure yet.
Who's your early favorite to win it all next year?
Early favorite, I would say from hearing with all the, I want to say probably Eastern.
Eastern, not Moorestown? Jeff's still here. You could at least say Moorestown.
Seeing the numbers with Eastern, I just think,
You
with
think?
them only graduating, how many, 5 players,
Who-
No, but Moorestown, they'll be right in it. They're always in
They
it.
did win it
so-
this year, right?
Yeah.
Okay, defense wins championships.
They're always
All right.
in it, so.
Well, we thank everyone for watching, and hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you guys next year. Thanks for stopping.
Thanks.